Just when he thought his days of wearing a uniform were over, he found out that he still had to wear one whenever he was on campus. It was late September, and the sultry heat of summer had not yet subsided. After growing up in Pennsylvania, he'd come to appreciate the relatively mild southern seasons. Walking along King Street, he slowed his pace when he peered into the window of a pastry shop that displayed desserts and sweets reminiscent of a Parisian patisserie. He smiled when he read the white lettering on the dark marble awning. Sweet Persuasions. The delectable confections were the pastry shop's best advertising. Xavier stared through the front window at the customers sitting at bistro tables, sipping espresso and noshing on savories and tarts. When he saw a sign indicating that shipping was available, he knew exactly what he'd get Denise for her birthday. He'd always thought of his sister as delicate when it came to desserts. She preferred chocolate eclairs and tiramisu to pound cake or peach cobbler. He opened the door, painted a high-gloss dark blue, and walked into the cool air-conditioned space. The soft tinkling of the bell just inside the door caught the attention of the young woman behind the counter. She offered him a friendly smile. "Good morning. Welcome to Sweet Persuasions." Xavier went completely still. Her voice was as enticing to his ear as the pastries in the window were to the eye. The sound of her voice was low, rich, and ethereally melodic. The inflection had Charleston overtones, but not so much that he could detect exactly where she was from. "Good morning," he said, reluctantly pulling his gaze away from the face that matched the hypnotic accent. If he had been asked to describe her, it would have been in the mouth-watering way one describes a confectionery masterpiece. Her face was the color of toasted hazelnuts, and her almond-shaped eyes were as dark as chocolate chips. He liked the way her nose crinkled when she smiled, but it was her mouth with its perfectly curved lips that garnered his rapt attention. His gaze shifted from the blue and white checkered scarf tied around her hair to the trays of pastries, cookies, and tarts. "May I help you with something?" Xavier stood awestruck. "Sir," she said, when he didn't respond. "Oh, I'm sorry," he apologized. "Everything looks too pretty to eat." Selena Yates felt her heart rate kick into high gear when she stared at the tall, slender man who'd walked into her pastry shop. She had lost count of the number of gorgeous men she'd seen since moving from West Virginia to Los Angeles, and now Charleston. But the one standing before her literally and figuratively took the cake. He was more than delicious. He was scrumptious. He wore a white polo shirt and khakis, with the aplomb of a well-tailored suit. There was something in his ramrod-straight posture that commanded attention. Thick black eyebrows framed a lean reddish-brown face that lifted a fraction when their gazes met and fused. She found the deep dimples in his face breathtaking whenever he smiled. There was a tattoo on his inner right arm, but she wasn't able to make it out. "Is there anything you'd like to sample?" she asked. Xavier laughed heartily, the rich sound bubbling up from his chest. "I don't think you'd want me to do that," he said when he sobered. Selena smiled. "Why not?" He leaned in closer. "Because I'd inhale everything in here like an anteater. I saw the sign said that you do shipping. Where?" "We can ship our goods anywhere in the lower 48. "Overnight?" he asked. "I can guarantee overnight if it's along the East Coast. Otherwise, it'll be 2-day delivery. Your order will be packed and sealed in a special container that is heat-resistant, ensuring that it will be fresh by the time it arrives." Smiling, Xavier continued to stare into the dark eyes that didn't seem to look at him as much as through him.